on this computer. There we go. Welcome, welcome. It is the Team Infinity call for today, which is January 19th, 2017. And without our fearless leader, Tracy, we will try to get by. And of course, we have our other Tracy, which is always good. Hi, Tracy. And we have a lovely team and crew here to report in on what has happened this week. So who has great things to share?
Steve Gullett.
Steve Gullett has things to share.
I tell you, I'm having a real hard time figuring out if it happened this past week or the week before, because I'm just like in a whirlwind. I've got a new manager on my team.
Woo!
Yeah. Sandy Allnut, she signed up in December of last year and didn't do anything over Christmas, just because, you know, it's Christmas. And then she had me come over to her office, do that Keller Williams meeting, and we signed up a slew. And so she calls me up and she says, "Hey, I signed another one up. I think I did it right. It says something about being manager." So I said, "Yeah." So
Wow.
she has signed up a couple more by herself since Sunday, and then signed a customer up today. So she's real excited about it. She's she is a rock star realtor, and she told me today, she says she really enjoys send out cards, and she says she thinks she likes doing that more than real estate. But, you know, she got to keep doing real estate because that's where her money's at, but at least for now. And so she's real excited about that, and I'm getting set up to go back over there in a few weeks. And then one of the people that she enrolled, Tara, she has signed up another person, and she just needs one more to go, you know, one more marketing bundle to go manager. So that's cool. And then we're going to do a Zoom call with her, kind of her group she's invited. So it started out just me and her and another. I said, "Can you get a few more?" I think we're up to like 6 or 8 or 10 or something. I don't know, that are going to do a Zoom call on Monday morning and just basically show the business and just try to keep turning that over every week and putting people in and getting started. And so it's pretty fun. It's took off, and I'm pretty excited. So, I mean, I'm like, I can see it happening, you know, where.
Yeah, congratulations. That's really amazing. And it's what happens, of course, when you find that one person who's excited, right?
Right.
And we just keep going through people and people and people, and you find that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so great that she's interested enough to do it on her own. Because a realtor I have that's almost a manager, I've done it all, and if she gets there, it'll be because I get her a couple more customers. But for the sake of Cancun, I'm willing to do that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't bother.
Well, of course.
One of the things I did with her, because I know she's very type A personality, is she's the person that said, "Will you come train me and I'll do a meeting?" I said, "No, I'll come do a presentation I'll come do a presentation / training, but you got to put me at least 10 or 15 people in the room." So what I've done is I've not given her any slack, basically. I've pretty much put her on the spot. She called me Tuesday and said, "Hey, they want me to come and be a guest at a BNI. Will you come with me?" I said, "No, you can do that." So, but what I backed it up with is I said, I'll put you together a little 60-second commercial, and Tracy actually helped me with that. Put together a 60-second BNI commercial. I sent that over to her, and I said, "Listen, I've got some other people in my group that do BNI. This is what you need to. This is what they're expecting from you. You can do it." So she talked to me today, and she says, "You know, I read through that. You have me so much confidence I just didn't have." And
hang on,
I
Steve.
think it's important that we don't just do things.
Steve, hang on. You're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
For everyone. So just hang on, and you need to repeat what you said the last minute.
Yeah.
Okay. The BNI commercial, is that where I need to start?
Yeah.
After that.
So Tracy actually put together a BNI 60-second commercial for me when we talked on the phone the other day or yesterday, whenever it was. And I sent that over to Sandy. I kind of marked it up a little bit and sent it over to Sandy. I said, I'm not going to the meeting with you. I said, you can do this. This is your gig. You've got this. You're a rock star realtor. I just built her up and told her, because she is. You're a professional. You know how to talk to people. You're kind. You know this. You love this. Just learn this and say it to them. So she told me today on the phone, she says, you have instilled so much confidence in me that I just was missing. And she said, even though I can go out and sell homes and stuff, I don't have that confidence and that posture. And she said, I thought you were just a guy that was going to come in and peddle some cards. And you've turned out to be kind of a mentor. And I'll just tell you, I was just beaming. Oops, sorry about that. Turn this down. Making money.
Mine went off too.
It's a meeting. Okay. So anyway, it's just I've made it a point, because I know she's very capable of trying not to do things for her and teach her some posture and approach that because I'm the first to jump in and say, well, let me do that. I'll help you out. And it does them an injustice or a disservice. So by
You're frozen again.
Saying no, following it up, here's how I would do it. She's really taken off. So it's really fun. It's really cool to see her just grow real quick. And she's having a blast with it. She's carrying cards around in her pocket and a paper application and everything. So
awesome.
In her pocketbook, she's whipping it out.
That is awesome.
Purse or whatever y'all call it, handbag. So that's pretty cool.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And that really is a big deal about the posture and everything else. And who else has something fabulous to share from this week?
Well, I've had some meetings, but no signups. I have like a whole list of people on the fence, and it's making me crazy. But I did have I did a presentation yesterday at an office for some financial planners, and the reason I'm excited about it is because it's in a new little Nebraska town that I haven't cracked yet. And so if we can get something going, and that one little town gave me 4 distributors, so if we can crack into another little town, I have high hopes for them. Yeah. And then the other exciting news is my Zoom guy. When we started doing Zoom, I don't know if you guys got the emails that said, get on with me and I'll show you all the features. And so I did, and the Zoom guy's name is Kirk, and he's lives in San Francisco, and he's just amazing. So he was lecturing me about how it's not about selling, it's about building relationships. And I know you're going to absolutely love him, but he signed up as a preferred customer, but he wants to be a distributor in February because he gets a bonus at the end of the month. So Beautiful. He's going to use that to pay. So I'm sure that as soon as he does that, he'll be on these calls.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
You guys are going to love Kirk.
That's cool.
Yeah, so this is what I had happen this week is, I had always viewed networking meetings as a lot of people coming together who just want to sell you their stuff. I mean, in essence, that's what's happening at most networking meetings is it's people coming and thinking that they're going to find clients or something else like that. And I went to a luncheon last week, and there was a woman there, and she said, actually, I don't have a business yet. I'm like, well, what are you doing here? And she said, well, I want to be a VA. And I was actually there pitching my other business. And I said, you know what, we need to talk. Let's go have coffee afterwards. Because a VA is really such a perfect distributor in Send Out Cards. And so I had coffee with her, and I showed her Send Out Cards, and she said, actually, I don't think I want to be a VA. I'd rather do Send Out Cards.
That's awesome.
And so she's going to sign up. She's supposed to sign up tomorrow. We'll see if she shows up. And I'm going to the next luncheon. I met her at the luncheon last month, so now she's coming to this one, and it's just taken that a little bit of time to make it happen. But I think it's really interesting. You don't know who you're going to meet and where. So
yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet her.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. So, anyone else have anything else that they want to share about this week, or okay? And then we have the purple cow thing. The challenge of the week was the purple cow, and standing out in a different kind of way so people notice. Anyone have a purple cow story? That would be no. Oh, Steve has a purple cow.
Steve.
Steve, what do you got?
I'm gonna twist this into
Okay.
a purple cow because I'm still a little fuzzy on that thing. But I guess it's just a way that you stand out from your competition, or a way that you stand out from the crowd and people recognize you. And one of the things that we hear all the time is brand yourself, and that's brand the back of your card and brand yourself, and all this branding. And so one of the ways that I'm kind of branding myself is not necessarily as a send out cards guy, but more of an online entrepreneur. But what I bring is I want to bring some tools and mentorship and leadership, and I also want to bring an awesome relationship marketing tool to the world. But I want to do that like kind of to the masses. So one of the ways that I'm branding myself is I'm getting out online and I'm trying to make myself known as like the tool guy, the guy that can help you grow your network marketing business. No matter what business you're in, I've got a set of tools and some training that you need. And some of that is landing pages and send out cards and MRM training and custom branding on the back of your own products that go out. So, and I think there's other people doing that too. I really do. But in my little sphere, I feel like I'm trying to kind of pioneer that. But while I do that, I want to also bring people along too, so we all learn together and do that. Just like this group. And I want to say one quick thing. I know it's a little off topic from Purple Cow, but this group, make sure, guys, that through the week you're reaching out to each other. Mm-hmm. There was Tracy called me this week. Actually, earlier in the week, I talked to Rob and I talked to Tracy and I talked to Matt, but then Tracy called me again yesterday, and I was really needing to hear from her, but she called to ask me a question. So we had a conversation. And it was perfect timing. So let's make sure we're reaching out to each other through the week, because this is part of what we need to be successful in business, is this mentorship, this networking that we do on here, because I get nuggets and bits of information that I need from Sue and from Jean and from Amanda, she comments on the WhatsApp and things like that, which helps me. So that's kind of off topic, but this is what it takes to get through some of the days that are not so fun to get through. So anyway.
Well, yeah, I completely agree. And the purple cow thing is really interesting this week. And, honestly, I think that send out cards is our purple cow. I don't think there's anything else you need to do. So I got 2 notes this week. Here's one of them. She said, "Thanks for the super, super cool card, Jean. I really appreciate your powerful healing abilities and the time we spend together. Sending much love." Now, I didn't actually spend any physical time with her. I sent her a card because she was having a tough time and said, "Sending you healing and love." That is all I did. And she perceived it as this huge amount of time that we spent together.
Wow.
And it's a little crazy. And then I got another one. Here's my other one. Let me pull her up. She says, "Hi, hon, just connecting with you. I just connected you with another friend." So she sent me a referral, and I hope it'll become valuable to you. But the reason I'm writing separately to you is to thank you for your sweet thoughtfulness. I was touched beyond words when your package and note arrived. I consider it a deep blessing that I met you and can count on you as a friend.
Wow.
That is awesome. That's powerful.
That two in 1 week. Dang. So much. That is our purple cow. Do you need something else?
Yeah,
I know, Jean,
awesome.
you hit the nail on the head. Send Out Cards is not like any other company. I don't know other people who, aside from if you're a brain surgeon, I could see where what you're doing is very intense and emotional, and you cry when you lose patients and you cry when you save patients. But
Or a
you know,
pediatrician.
yeah, you know, resuscitate a baby that is born not breathing, you know, whatever. But gosh, you know, I cry with this group of people, and I would jump in front of a bus for every single one of you. It's just, it's not like other businesses. It's just not. We've got each other's backs, and we're there to lift each other up, and, you know, we're there to learn from each other, and we're there to teach each other. And any given moment, it's one of us teaching the other. You know, like I called Steve to ask him a question that I needed help with, and it turns out I had information he needed too. And that's just the way it works. We're teammates. It's great.
Well, and thank you everybody for changing the time for me, because I had a kind of a down day, not a bad day, but it was just one of those days where it was raining all day and nobody was returning my text, calls, or emails. They still haven't. And I was kind of feeling low, although I had to think to myself that a crappy day and send out cards is still better than the best day and anything else. and then I thought, I cannot miss this call tonight. I really need this. I need these people. And so that's why I started contacting everybody to change the time, because I just absolutely need this. And I mean, you guys are my other family. So I'm glad you didn't leave me behind.
Yeah, it worked out well for me too, because I had a meeting last week. The reason I wasn't on the call was Darby and I are facilitating a large couples Bible study between our two Catholic parishes here in town with like 100 couples. And we had a planning meeting last Thursday, so I missed it. So then this Thursday, our priest rescheduled Tuesday night's meeting to Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And I thought, oh, now I can't be on Zoom. So when Sue said, can we change it? I was like, yes, I'm not going to miss it.
Yeah,
so my priest was nice enough to say, I'll get you home in time for it. So that was nice.
Good. Well, if it's okay with everybody, let's keep this time at least until spring, because that's how long my dance classes last.
It works for me. I like it's 9 o'clock for me, so
yeah,
pretty much done for the most part. And then we do this 30 minutes or so, then I can just kind of chill out and go to bed. So I try to get in bed around 10 Eastern. So it works great for me.
Perfect.
Whatever you guys want to do is fine with me.
All right. Well, any other comments we have about Purple Cow or any of that stuff?
Hey, it's Amanda. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yep, can.
This is kind of a purple cow, maybe not exactly, but to kind of mimic what you guys said earlier about, send out cards is kind of its own purple cow. And in how we're focusing on the relationship, not pushing what we're selling, or, customers could do that. So here's my little story. So I have a good friend who runs his own business with his dad, and has a ton of contacts because he's out of Omaha. So I've talked to him about send out cards a couple of times. I've sent him a card. He thought it was great, but he's always kind of blown me off. Well, he's launching they're expanding their business and expanding their territory. So we came up with this idea. I convinced him to let me do a thank you card to all your new customers that sign up for snow removal in the area. And has a coupon and all these things. So I designed the card. He comes over to look at it. Well, I had put a polar bear waving on the front of the card. And he's
so good at animal cards.
I know. I must like something with animals. I wanted something catchy, and it wasn't, you'd have to really kind of catch your attention, or maybe be emotional. So, like, if it's a family that it was being sent to, the kids would probably really like the cards, because so it's more likely to probably not get thrown away, right? So he comments, and he says, I'm really surprised by the cover. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, shouldn't it be like the picture of a snowplow? And I'm like, do you keep mail if it has a picture of a truck on it? And he goes, no, I trash it. And I'm like, exactly. We don't want it to go in the trash. We want to keep it. Well, we ended up actually changing the picture out. We found this vintage picture of kids playing in the snow. Nice. And these sleds. And so I made this little caption that said, now that the snow's been plowed away, it's time to go out and play.
Oh.
So those cards just got sent this week, so we're excited to see it. But the next day he called me. He goes, "I think I just drank your Kool-Aid." Like, what are you talking about? He's like, "I'm ready to do this. Like, let's do this." I'm like, "All right, let's go." So we'll see.
Fabulous.
Very cool.
And I'm driving again. Imagine that. Me in the car.
Shocker.
Thanks for sharing that, Amanda. That was really fabulous.
Hey, Amanda, too. I'm going to text you when I get off the phone. Paul texted me today, and he wants you to share some of your assisted living campaigns that you use. I'll share his number to you.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
Thank you, dear.
Perfect. All right, so we got just a couple minutes left to talk about a new challenge.
Yay!
So I know that you're all brilliant, and we're going to come up with a fabulous challenge for the week. So what are you thinking about?
I think Sue should have to come up with the challenge because she's the one who said our team would come up with the challenge.
Oh, you saw that, did you?
No, Jean ratted you out.
All right, so what would be a good challenge for the week?
I think I have a good challenge.
Okay.
So, am I the only person that has a whole bunch of people on my list that I've presented to and I haven't gotten an answer, or do you all have some of those?
Oh, I think we all have those.
I have some, but I've moved on.
Yeah. So let's do the challenge this week is to clear 5 of those people, either by taking off your list or by getting a hold of them and asking them the question. Just clear them.
I'm just gonna blow them off.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that challenge. Actually, that sounds like fun because the goal is just to get them off, right?
Right.
So no bars held. We're just gonna get them off.
Yeah.
And,
So I read this. One of the things I read for BNI recently was that I don't know where I read it, to be honest, but it resonated with me. And that was, you should go for no as fast as possible. If somebody's going to say no, you don't want them to drag it out for 3 months. You want no right now. Mm-hmm. And so push them. If they're going to say no, push them to say no. Get the no's out of the way. And that way you can quit focusing on those people and move on. And so I'm going to go for no this week.
That's a great book, by the way. Go for No is a great book.
Well, I haven't read that book.
Super quick. Seriously, it's like you can read it in an hour. Super quick, easy book.
When is Cancun?
July 12th.
But the contest ends on March 31st.
But we're going in when?
July.
In July.
Okay, so
July 12th through the 15th. Look at the card I sent you. It's on there.
12th through the 16th.
Hey, John, Steve Gullett, I showed you send out cards last year. You want to go to Cancun with me? If not, I'll just scratch you off my list. You want to go to Cancun, or do you want me to just scratch you off my list?
I love that.
Actually, I do love that because, who doesn't want to travel somewhere? And if they're going to get off the fence going to Cancun.
Right.
And when they say, well, what have I got to do? Say, I need 15 minutes of your time. That's it. I don't know. I've just thrown that out there. I really like the takeaway. And for people who are hanging on our list, I'll just scratch you off my list. It's like, whoa, don't scratch me off your list, man. Because when you take stuff away from people, then they see more value in it. And I have found that to be true. So that's a good one to use. I'll just scratch you off my list,
I like that. I'm writing that down right now.
Hey, John, Steve Gullett, we talked about send out cards last year. I didn't get back with you. Just looking over my list. You want me to just scratch you off the list, or you want to talk?
That's perfect.
Do you have 15 minutes, or should I just scratch you off my list?
Well, after I
go real quiet. And leave that silence there, What'd you say, Jean?
After I moved from Minneapolis, of course, I left a bunch of people on a list there, which, because I'm off. But I think it would be interesting to call some of those people back and say, I'm in Austin now, and I'd really like to just scratch you off my list, but I really saw some potential here.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Cancun with me? I love that. I think it would be really interesting.
And I guess it depends on who you call. It could be like, hey, Pete, talked to you last year. I was getting ready to buy some investment property. Hey, I used my send out cards money to buy one. You want to see how that works, or should I scratch you off my list? And it could just depend on who
Right.
you talk to, but I really like the takeaway. And that's something right straight out of the little black book of scripts Todd Falcone had. I mean, that's standard verbiage. Nothing I made up. So
Yeah, I've got a bunch of real estate agents up there. I should probably do that.
And I always get the people who say, well, call me next month. And
Call me in the spring.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, I've got several that just call me next month, call me in the spring. And then I call them next month. Oh, well, I'm going on vacation. Call me next month. And it's like, really.
I just say, I tell you what, I'll just scratch you off my list. If you're not serious, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because when you take it away and then you be real quiet, it makes people extremely uncomfortable. And if you wait them out, they'll say something. If you say, oh, that's fine. If you don't have time, I'll just scratch you off my list and I won't call you again.
I like that.
And they're like, well, wait a minute now.
And then if they're not serious, then you've gotten rid of them, which is what you want.
There's your no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course, and I'll be devil's advocate for just a moment, is that I've had people who after 6 years finally signed up as a distributor and actually did something. And so, there's those few gems in there that are worth waiting for.
A card, you could take this is just purple cow idea. You could take a piece of notebook paper, write their name on it, take a pen and scratch their name off, put it on the front card and say, it was great talking to you, John. Hang on to this card because I scratched you off my list, and then maybe put your name in there in a box of brown.
I like the posture. That's fabulous.
Sue, I need to send that to John, the mortgage banker in Lincoln.
Yeah.
Falls.
I'm
Nice knowing ya.
Yeah, I'm ready to scratch him off as something.
Write their name and have a big just so they can still read it. They'll be like, what is this?
All right, so you guys rock. We are at 30 minutes. And so just to be clear, the challenge for the week is taking 5 people from your list.
5 fence sitters.
Yeah, 5 fence sitters and getting them off the fence. That is the challenge this week.
5 a day or just 5 total?
That's fine.
For you, Steve, 5
We're
a
raising
day.
the bar for you, Steve.
5.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, overachiever.
Oh.
All right, you all rock. Thanks for coming out today, and we will see
Love you all.
Love you. Bye. Mwah.